Look, let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it tonight and start talking about Joao Neves. So, first time I seen this today, it was linked to CM Jornal, who are a Portuguese publication, and they said Liverpool have identified Benfica defensive midfielder Joao Neves as a priority target. It is expected that the Reds will come forward in the coming days with a proposal for the Portuguese side. Now, you start thinking, is this just, Portuguese journalists kind of stoke up the story, get interest in the player, and it could well be the case. But when you add that into the fact that the likes of Diogo Jota have been speaking about the kid and saying that he's a really good player and saying that, he's got a great future ahead of him. Another piece that came out said that the battle to sign Joao Neves is heating up between Liverpool, Manchester United and other European clubs. Again, they speak about the fact that United had a £51 million offer rejected for the player, which I'm not surprised about. Like, it is nowhere near the valuation Benfica have put on him. This says, according to the latest reports in Portugal, Arne Slot and Liverpool have identified the teenage talent as an important target for the 2024-25 season and are set to thunder into the race with a bid of their own. The offer will arrive in the next few days, meaning it is likely to emerge before the end of the week. It is not yet known how much Liverpool are willing to pay for the Portuguese star, but they will have to bid far more than the £51 million Manchester United bid that was laughed off. So, I'm going to do my usual here and say, I know of Joao Neves, but I don't know how good Joao Neves is. So, football hipsters out there and the people who watch much more Portuguese football than I, how good is he? Because there's a lot about this that makes me feel, okay, maybe this is possible. So let's play the hypothetical game for a minute. Do we think Liverpool need to strengthen this position? I think yes. Most journalists think yes. But then you have a debate on how strong the interest is. We've seen previously that we were willing to spend big money for Joao, or not Joao Cancelo, I'm getting confused here, for Moise Caicedo. That we didn't work out. We also didn't get the next Chelsea production line signing. So we are where we are. We missed out on Lavia. We missed out on Caicedo. But he does fall into the bracket of FSG wet dream land. Right age profile. Young, semi-proven, international talent, and with the potential to continue to improve. So we've always been told the club will spend the right money for the right player at the right time. Is he the right player at the right time? And is there a world where we're wrong about John W. Henry and his wallet and that FSG will pony up the dough? I don't know much about the kid. I've heard his name mentioned for quite a while, but honestly, I'm not going to sit here and say I know him inside out. I absolutely do not. But if he's as good as Diogo thinks he is and as good as others, let's see. Another article here saying Liverpool ready to make offer to sign £100 million plus star after contact made. So let's wait and see. Lots of conjecture, which is all we seem to get at this time of the season at the minute. But let's wait and see what happens with it. Look, I'd be very pleasantly surprised if Liverpool did go ahead and make the offer. But we'll wait and see. Good player, but the Premier League is different, said David Messett. And thank you, David, for the first super chat of the night. Really appreciate that, bro. It is different, but look at it this way. The reason why I think this could work, right? Hear me out. Let's say we brought him in and he's 19 and he's, he might take a while. We still have Endo. We still have Bajcetic. Now, Endo isn't for the long term. We all know that. So imagine the future, maybe 2 seasons down the line, let's say. Endo's either getting less game time or has departed. You've got Bajcetic, you've got Neves, and you've got maybe Trent or the likes as well. McAllister in and around that position. I can see a world where Liverpool look at this and think Joao Neves and Stefan Bajcetic could be that future double pivot, or Trent Alexander-Arnold and one of the boys could be that future double pivot. So I can see a world where it makes sense. I genuinely can see a world where this makes sense. The only thing I'm struggling with is probably the same thing you're struggling with, and that's the idea of FSG spending €100 million without selling someone. But let's wait and see what happens. They've talked about the coming days. So Barry Poole said not on Liverpool radar. Yeah, everyone's not on Liverpool radar. That's what I've said, mate, at the start of the stream. I'm kind of getting fed up with journalists pretending that they're in the know but not having the balls to actually say who we're linked to. So they'll all tell us players we've monitored, and then they'll follow it up with, but according to club sources, that interest isn't strong, or Liverpool aren't really pushing for X or Y. Nobody's gone out yet and really said, yes, Liverpool are really interested in this player. You know, I can do we're monitoring them but we're not going in for them stuff. I can lie about that all day long. Same as everybody else, but these are journalists. These are supposed to have information, and not just the negative information. They're supposed to be able to inform us. Rachel, thank you, my friend, for gifting a membership. Very kind of you indeed. Is 5'8" too small for a DM? Absolutely not. Javier Mascherano enters the room. Look, if you're developing an ideal DM, you're probably looking 6'2", built like a brick shithouse, and yeah, ready to go. But good things do come in small packages, and Endo isn't the hugest. Mascherano wasn't the biggest. So yeah, I would say I wouldn't worry about the height too much if the player's good enough. We can go on the season with Endo as the number one DM. It will be, we can't go on this season with Endo as the number one DM. It will be criminal. So I love Endo, and I'm glad Endo's at the club. And Endo was a great squad player this season and really helped us out. But we can do better. That's where I'd be honest. I would still keep Endo around. Genuinely, I think he's great. I love Endo. I love his positivity. I love his work rate. I love everything about the guy. But I do think we can improve there. So yes, and a younger defensive midfielder who can learn from Endo, may not have to be dropped into the team immediately and can take a bit of time. That is what makes me kind of excited about the prospect of Joao Neves if we follow through with the offer. Sean, how are you, Sean? Said, for me, we have to bring in either Ederson or Youssouf Fofana from Monaco. Not so up on Fofana myself, mate, but I know he's available for a relatively small fee, right? I think it's about 20 million quid, something like that. Ederson is the one I'm hoping for. But if Joao Neves is as good as he's been made out to be by the likes of Diogo Jota and others, then I'm open to another DM. Of course I am. But my own preference at the minute, based off my research and what I know, would be Ederson. But that's because I haven't seen enough. Like, I haven't seen enough of Wiefer, as an example, or Wiefer, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I haven't seen anything really of Joao Neves, so yeah, this is why I'm relying on you guys to let me know, how good is this kid, or how good is his potential? Because if you're going to pay €100 million or anything close to that, you need as close to a guarantee as you can get that this kid's going to come through.